And a good evening to you. For this day by day 3031 video today, we're going to do something which we haven't done yet, talk about the past, specifically KVK1, and answer the question which people have been asking: how did you get tier 5 in KVK1? And the question they haven't perhaps been asking: was it worth it? Well, let me tell you how I got tier 5 in KVK1 first. I spent loads of money. How much do you ask? Probably about £4,000 to £5,000. Sorry, my girlfriend's listening. About £4,000 to £5,000. Nothing dear. So it wasn't cheap, but I would say I probably got it in about the cheapest way possible, because there's smart ways of spending money on ROK and there's perhaps not so smart ways of spending money. So what do you need for tier 5? Firstly, you need about 45 million power. That is the cumulative value of all the buildings, all the research. So until you're anywhere near there, don't worry about getting tier 5, you're not going to get there. What else do you need? You need a level 25 castle, which is over here somewhere. Level 25 castle. That enables you to unlock a level 25 watchtower, which you also need, which in turn gives you the level 25 academy, which you also need. So you need all your buildings to be level 25, and in the academy, wherever it is, here we go, you need absolutely everything in the economic technology to be level 25. They're all dependent upon each other. And then in the military technology, you need everything 25 up to here. You need these three: medical combined encampment level 10, and then you need the desired two of these, which you're going to go for. So I went for infantry, so I had Woot, Steel and Scootum level 10, which allowed me to get Royal Guard. Seems simple. Few problems with this. Firstly, level 25 castle is bloody difficult. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go to my second account, which is 36 million. So you'd think, okay, this guy's approaching tier 5. No! For the level 25 castle, you need a ridiculous amount of Books of the Covenant. To get from 24 to 25, you need 5,000. That costs 50,000 gems, or a ridiculous amount of rallies. Let's say for each rally you average 1.5 books. You'll get, when you do get books, you usually get 3 books, and when you you also get some from here, but you only get books about 50% of the time. So let's see, I think we had a few outstanding rallies on here which might load and see how often we get books. Here we go. Yeah, it's a war with Barbarian Fort. Well, we got a gold key, better than a book. This one, there we go. Wow, we got 2 gold keys from 2 rallies, that's pretty good. So we got 3 Books of the Covenant from 2 rallies. So let's say you get what? Let's say you get 2 Books of the Covenant a rally, just to put the average up. That means to get from level 24 to level 25 of the castle, you're going to need 2,500 rallies. And of course, to get to level 24, it's not free either. You need gems to get up there. Sorry, Books of the Covenant to get up there. About 1,500 to get from 19 to 20, and then from 20 to 21, 21 to 22, 22, 23, 23, 24, it's about 2,000 or 3,000 per one. I think here actually, whilst I'm not building anything, even though it's not more than gems, I'm just going to upgrade this. How much is it going to cost? 530? Yeah, we'll say goodbye to them and upgrade. Which brings me to my second point. How do I get Books of the Covenant? Well, there's 2 ways. There's doing rallies and there's gemming it. I just gemmed it. It would cost 50,000 for me to gem from 24 to 25. This is not a free-to-play account, but it is now. It has been free to play for a good few months. So I have not spent a single thing on it in 3 months. I have 5,000 gems ready to go. I would need 50,000 gems to get 24 to 25. That's going to be a lot of gem mining. Or I could just do this, and buy gems. What's the way to go? It depends on your budget. If you're looking to spend and you're looking to get to tier 5 quickly, the best thing you can do is buy the bundles and spend the gems either on VIP points, because that'll benefit your account long term, or more specifically for tier 5, spend it on upgrading the castle. I think, like I say, you'll need 50,000 gems from 24 to 25, probably 30,000 from 23 to 24, and it's a little bit lower and lower before each of those. The watchtower, to get to level 25 watchtower, you're not going to have a problem with that. I'm just need 2,000 more arrows of resistance. I've never purchased arrows of resistance on this account with gems. I think this account. How many days old this account? 239 days. Ooh, 2/3 of a year. Happy 2/3 of a year anniversary. So you're going to get there within a year easily, as long as you're semi-active and keep grinding barbs in KVK or as and when events come up. So don't worry too much about that. My advice would be get the castle to 25 as soon as possible, because then you can get the academy to 25. And the beauty of a level 25 academy is you get an extra 7% research speed boost. It doesn't seem that much, but when you consider that the bigger research projects take about 200 days, suddenly it starts adding up a lot. It's also advantageous to get to, where is it? VIP 12, because you get the research speed 15% boost. Again, that's another 5% boost from, where is it, VIP 8? Yeah. So you get a 5% boost from VIP 8. You can also get to VIP 15, where you get another research speed. But if you're at VIP 15, you'll probably, before you've got tier 5, you probably spent too much on the VIP points, and you should be putting it in the castle. So that's an unrealistic thing. So tier 5 by KVK1, I'd get to VIP 12. I'd gem the castle. I'd gem, if you need to, the watchtower if you're really rushing it. I did, because obviously I was rushing it. I did it within about 100 days, so I didn't have the store of arrows of the resistance in the bank. But for the most part, unless you're completely rushing it, you'll just get those naturally. Then you've got to go through the arduous process of upgrading everything in here, like discussed. The economic ones are quite expensive in terms of resource consumption. Like, look at this one here. We're talking 30, 40 to 50 million to upgrade cutting and polishing to level 10. In and of itself, cutting and polishing is kind of lame. Like, extra 5% gathering boost with gems, no one cares. The only important thing about it is that it does get you those precious tier 5 troops if you do them all. The ones that will be the bane of your life are, firstly, these 3: combat, defensive, herbal. Once you've finally got them through and got cartography 5 unlocked, then you start with these. So here we go, we've got 12 days left of this. Once that's done, we will begin, probably, can I do this one next? Yeah, start getting through all of these. And again, once you've got to the last level, they're about 200 days each. With the boost you've got, and you should be in a good alliance which has a strong research boost, you yourself will have a good research boost through VIP level. And crucially, you'll also have, if you're doing it correctly, the scientist boost, the 15% research rune boost, and the kingdom 10 or 15% boost from your king activating the industrial revolution boost. That's another 25% or 30% added to your VIP boost, added to your alliance boost, and all of a sudden you're looking at 105 days baseline research, which goes down with your helps, which you should have your alliance center at level 25 before doing the big projects, because each helps about a day. So you'll be looking at about 75 days per massive thing. Massive things are level 10 for these, level 10 for these, and level 10 for these. So as you can see here, we're quite a way away, not to mention the fact that our castle is only level 20 soon, and thus our academy is a long way away from being level 25. So this is a virtually free to play way of doing it. Again, we're not talking about that, we're talking about KVK1. So the best thing to do, buy the bundles you want. Fountain of Wisdom makes the most sense if there's no special bundles. If there are special holiday bundles, they're usually better. Spend the gems you get from the bundles on upgrading your VIP to 12, 14 if you can. Spend them on upgrading your castle to level 25. Then if you've got any left over and you feel the need to not beat barbarians, do the watchtower 25 as well. You will need it for the academy. Get the academy to 25 and then start going for it via the technology. It's best to just wait for a kingdom boost and just smash the speed ups there. Ask for helps. Once you've got the 30 helps, speed it up, go for the next one, ask for help, smash it, smash it, smash it. You'll need quite a few resources, but if you're buying the Foundation of Wisdom bundles or any of these bundles to get you the gems, you'll have plenty of resources left over anyway, so they won't be too much of a problem. The problem comes when you've got tier 5 troops, which comes to the second part of the video. We've established how to get tier 5 troops for KVK1. A, money. B, castle up there quickly, then spam all the research. Part 2, is it worth it? Depends what you're looking for in the game. In KVK1, if you have tier 5 troops, you will smash. The reason being, you'll also have max research for everything, so not only is are your troops a higher level, all your troops are more effective because you've got level 10 of everything in the academy. So you'll be absolutely killing, no problem at all. So you can probably take down, well, you'll trade ridiculously well. Let's just, depending on the strength of the enemy, it doesn't matter if they're running, doesn't matter if they're infantry, cavalry or archers, just go with your T5 march, you'll shred them. If you get surrounded by 4 or 5 people, you'll still lose, but you'll still shred them 1-on-1, 1-on-3 even, no problem. So if you're looking to get your kill points up, that's the best way. However, there is a catch to tier 5, which comes and hurts you unless you're a complete whale, or like me, you have a flotilla of farm accounts. Excellent use of the word flotilla, Greg. Thank you, Greg. We have 7 accounts in the same kingdom, all for the purpose of giving me gold. Tier 5 cost a ridiculous amount to heal. Here we go. 1 elite Teutonic Knight costs 160 gold to heal. Let's have a look at 500. We look at 80,000 gold just to heal 500 tier 5 troops. If we compare that with how much it will cost to heal tier 4, it's incomparable. We'll still have some of this, but the main thing is gold. Gold, which is basically a useless resource until you hit tier 5, you're only used for the odd big research project, suddenly becomes the most valuable resource by far once you hit the tier 5 level. So the way around that is either have a couple of farm accounts feeding gold into your main account, buy resources, again, depends on how big your bank balance is. Ask people in your alliance to support you if you're tier 5, you'll fight for them. If they'll feed you, that worked for us. We've been very good in our kingdom at giving the tier 5 players lots of gold support. Ask the alliance bank if you've got one. Basically, you're going to need hundreds and hundreds of millions of gold. Here we go, I have 200 million gold. That'll probably last me a week in KVK. So I'm just building it all up on all the other accounts now, getting ready to feed myself gold. One thing that tier 5 in KVK1 won't overcome is having poor commanders. I'm guessing if you've got tier 5 in the first KVK, you probably know what you're doing on ROK. So you know which commanders to invest in to get good trades and to smash your opponents. The best ones I'd say are, well, the best one by a mile is YSG. He is by far the most powerful commander in KVK1. His 1700 damage when expertise to everyone in a circle around him just means when you're swarmed, you still shred. You don't have to have him in an archer march. In fact, it's wise to have him behind a tank like Richard. He'll just keep defending while YSG pops off his damage. He's fantastic. Richard himself, brilliant commander for KVK1. Looks better than he actually is because your hospital bills will go up and up and up and up because he heals so many troops. And then when it says victory at the end, you go to your hospital, you think, what the 20 million gold to heal them, I won the battle. So, you know, play with that in mind, but Richard is still a very strong tank for KVK1. Along with YSG, the strongest commander, the big problem with him is he falls off quite markedly. Minamoto's good, but Minamoto loses heavily to Richard. He does do a lot of damage though. Once Saladin comes in KVK2, I think you get a lot more benefit out of cavalry because he's a lot more tanky than Minamoto, who is a nuker but doesn't really have any staying power. He is good in Season of Conquest though, so if you're willing to invest in Minamoto, and that is a pure investment, he costs money, then he'll always be useful towards you. Having a fully expertise Ethelflaed is good. Can be paired behind Richard to start the debuffs going and make everyone more powerful. Charles is excellent as well. He's depends on who you ask if he's better than Richard. He's probably better long term, but for short term, Richard probably will beat him in a 1v1 battle. The new Pyrrhus is going to be godly in KVK1. I'm interested to see what happens there. In terms of epic commanders, you will see everyone running around with Sun Tzu. You will see everyone running around with Belisarius. They're probably, and Bjorn. They're probably the 3 you'll see most often. You might see some Kusinogis, but they're quite rare. In terms of archers, you haven't really got that many in KVK1. I'm trying on my free-to-play account to build up Thutmose when I finally get him. So that's an option. Thutmose has been given a buff, is deceptively strong. Apart from that though, the ones, there's no one really else to focus on in KVK1. Richard, Minamoto, Ethelhead as a secondary, Martel, YSG are the legendaries I would recommend. I would not recommend Barker. Elcid's an option if you've got him expertise. If not, don't bother. Trust me on that. I'm a big Elcid fan at the moment, but even I know his limitations. So let's answer the original question. Is it worth getting tier 5 in KVK1? Depends on your bank balance, but yeah, I enjoyed it. Whilst everyone else was going around grinding for the kills, I was just like, yeah, take my money, get the kills. I probably didn't get as many as I thought I would have done. I only got 330 million kill points. It was the resources stopped me. Healing so many tier 5 troops. It sounds like you hear someone saying it, it sounds abstract, but until you've got them yourself and you're going through battling battle after battle after battle, you suddenly start seeing the hospital bills and think, oh shit, that's expensive. Lots of people actually start doing open field battles with tier 4 troops because you've still got all the excellent research boosts and you presumably have very good commanders, so the tier 5 to tier 4 drop off isn't as pronounced, but I'm a completionist. I like doing tier 5 battling. So if you're looking for KVK1 tier 5, quick checklist, big bank balance, level 25 castle as soon as you can, level 25 academy, which includes the storehouse, all the research projects done when you've got VIP 12 or above. When there's a kingdom buff, you've got the scientist title, and there's a 15% research rune. It might take a while, but just work it out with the guys in your kingdom, chat in kingdom chat, get that all sorted out for you. Then push, 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 and save gold, 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 my friends. Now I'm over here. I just put this extra bit in the videos just as I was about to upload. I thought of a couple more things I wish I had said about getting tier 5. You're going to be buying a lot of speed ups, so using the speed up wisely isn't that important because you'll just be putting your hand in your pocket and buying more. But to reduce the amount you're spending, which is what is key to me, and I imagine is key to most people for whom money isn't unlimited, try not to rush your building speed ups with universals. You want to save all your universals for research because you'll get everything to 25 with building and then you'll just accumulate building speed ups. So where possible, perhaps buy the City of Hope bundle early on, so you actually spend your money while you're getting the gems required to gem the castle up, and the speed up, you'll be getting the speed ups to do so at the same time, rather than spend the speed ups you're getting from King's Coronation and other bundles, other holiday bundles on building stuff. Save them for research. In terms of the bundles themselves, I didn't talk too much about in the video. The best one for tier 5, it's not a very good bundle, but it is the best one, is the Fountain of Wisdom. I'd say each max buy of this, which will cost you $300 odd, will get you one big tier 5 research. You can also use it, you'll also get yourself a lot of gems, about 100,000 gems, so you'll be using them to gem the castle. Or if you're really desperate, as I did stupidly, because we had no one tier 5 in KVK1, I had to go and get it. Oh, sorry, I won't do that now. I went and bought these, whether they are speed ups. I bought 30-day speed ups, each for 40,000 gems. Was it a good way to spend gems? No, it was horrendous, and I wish I had them all back. But I really wanted those tier 5 troops in KVK1, so I felt it was a necessary evil. Another necessary evil I touched on before, the watchtower, getting it up there. I wish I had those gems back, but hey, I got early tier 5. I suppose that's what we're here for. Daily special offer is still a great thing to buy because you'll be getting the VIP points required to get yourself to the magic VIP 12. But yeah, the most important thing is this Fountain of Wisdom bundle, or the holiday bundles as and when they come up. Back to the rest of the video. I hope that was of interest to you. I hope that helps you get to tier 5 in KVK1. Short answer is there's no way of doing it without lots of money, so bear that in mind. Quickest ever guy to get tier 5 free to play did so in under a year. I think he did about half a year actually, which is insanely impressive, but that's very much outside the recourse of KVK1. So bear in mind you'll need a big bank balance. If that's something you've got and you want to shred in KVK1, go for it. My friends, thank you for watching. Hope you've learned something. I have too. And I'll see you all next time. Check out the free-to-play rock video if that's more of your thing. I'm about 7 days in now. I'm really enjoying it. So It's a nice new challenge. So rather than KVK1 having tier 5, I'm hoping to have a tier 4 March in KVK1. Like I said, it's a very different change of pace that. If you're liking the videos, please do subscribe. If not, I apologise profusely from the bottom of my heart, and I will improve. I will improve. On that note, thanks very much for your time. I'll see you all tomorrow.